Hello guys, welcome to MercBenzKing. Right here we have the all new generation Mercedes C-Class, and this is a full optioned one. And you can already see from the color that it kind of resembles the diamond silver on the W205 previous generation. And in terms of technology, it gets really close to the new S-Class because it has a full new interior design with a portrait style screen. I have the key right here, which is also close to the new S-Class key. Metal, and you can also go for the glossy black design. And furthermore, it also has the rear axle steering, not in a 10 degrees way like the S-Class, but in a 2.5 degrees. This way cornering gets very sportive, and in the city it is easier to maneuver around. So sitting inside the all new generation C-Class, you definitely feel the design change. As I mentioned, very similar to the all new S-Class. So let's press the button for the electronics to work. And my first impression is that I feel something vibrate in the seats, and that's because the ventilated seats are active. So I will press the pin code for the wall display to start, and there you can see this is a large portrait style screen just like in the S-Class. And this is a dual tone interior color, the red leather with black design and carbon fiber through the center console and the dash. Hitting the home button, you can just swipe to all your apps, for example information, to see your consumption, the torque and power that you're currently using. But let's go to the vehicle system, and we will press the vehicle to have your owner's guide. Back to navigation. Over here, two large cup holders and also a wireless charging pad for your phone, and you hear this beep because it has a blind spot assist. Just like in the S-Class, it actually recognizes cyclists and pedestrians. Wireless charging pad as I mentioned, and over here some storage space with two USB-C connectivity slots. So let's have a look at the back seats because there's a lot more to show you. So sitting here in the back seats, you can actually see I have enough space. And my first impression is the back side of this front seat. It has very funny neck and headrest from the back side, but you have a beautiful interior view. And yes, I'm slightly touching the roof with my hand, but there's enough space, especially if you consider the dual panoramic roof, which takes a bit of headspace. But for my legroom, it is around 10 centimeters, which is perfect, and compared to the predecessor C-Class, it is around 3 centimeters longer. Amazing design with the heated seats option, Burmester surround sound system on the side, and also the thermomatic air vents control system. So in this video I will mainly focus on the new C300d engine, because now every engine for the C-Class is a 4-cylinder with a mild hybrid at least. You also have the plug-in hybrids. Let's put it into drive and let's take off. So over here you can see the augmented reality combined with the navigation system display. It shows you with the arrows exactly where you need to go. And I have to say, it drives very soft. As I mentioned earlier, I noticed that with the new C-Class generation you can't go for the air body control, so no air suspension, it's all spring. But it drives very comfortable. And this is also the new steering wheel of Mercedes-Benz, just like in the S-Class and the E-Class facelift. It has two metal vertical lines, flat bottom for the AMG package. And right now it says to take a right turn at the stop sign. So let's do that. I will indicate. And I really love this new engine. This is the C300d, which means a 4-cylinder 2-liter engine, diesel. And it is so quiet, it actually feels like driving a petrol engine. It has a staggering of 550 Nm of torque, 265 horsepower. And with the fast shifts, it actually feels very sportive and smooth. This is a 9G automatic transmission, so 9-speed. And that means when driving 100 km an hour on the Autobahn, it is in the 9th gear at a little bit more than 1000 RPM, extremely fuel efficient. So I will put the fuel efficiency, the measurements on 0. Let's reset it. And then at the end we will have a look at the consumption figures. And as you know, I also drive the 300d engine, but in a GLC form. And that one doesn't have the EQ boost, so the EQ charge, what you see here on the right side. And this EQ power delivers an additional 20 horsepower, 200 Nm of torque at go. The C-Class has the all-new MBUX, just like in the S-Class. So let's zoom out a little. It is a full touchscreen and very high resolution. You can already see the brightness is so nice and clear. You can also press the screen, go to the settings to have everything that you want to be displayed on your screen. So you can go to view, for example, leave the free flowing traffic off. So back to the home button, and there's also the vehicle settings. So you can press the home button and go to the information. At information, it shows you the consumption, which is currently at 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers. And at the engine figures, it shows you the torque and power that you are currently using. So it starts with the EQ, and it is very smooth. There will be also plug-in hybrids for the C-Class, but as I mentioned earlier, every engine is a 4-cylinder and at least a mild hybrid. So that means with the EQ power. On the screen in front of you, the gauges, you have a standard 10.25 inch screen. And it used to be very complicated because you could change the left side, center and the right side. But now if you press the home button, you can just switch through different default settings. So the full navigation screen, classic, sport, and also the understated. So this will also change. It will show you as less information as possible. But let's go back to the classic. This is one of my favorites because you have all your information that you need. The speed, the RPM, and in the center your consumption or navigation. Because there's so much information that you want to see, and it's easier if you have it in the portrait style rather than a horizontal style. So if you zoom out some more, you can actually see the whole of Europe. And there's also an option to have this circle which shows you your range. Currently it is set off somewhere in the settings. But let's press the center again. And as I'm approaching some vehicles, I don't have the Distronic Plus activated. I actually feel the car slowing down with its EQ charge. That's also a nice thing to have. You don't have to brake that much. It will recuperate. Actually, compared to the S-Class, you really feel the rear axle steering better on the C-Class, in my opinion, definitely when driving in the city. If you corner, then the wheels go in the opposite direction so that you have better maneuverability in the city. But when you are on these winding roads and you steer, the rear wheels actually go to the same direction as when you steer. So you have sportier curves. It is only in a 2.5 degrees fashion, but you really feel the difference. In the S-Class, it is in a 10 degrees. And yes, you can feel that the turning radius in the S-Class is way shorter, and it is such a large vehicle, comparable with the turning radius of an A-Class, which is very amazing. Amazing ambient lighting, also here at the center, and this is what they improved compared to the predecessor C-Class. It only had it here on the sides, but now also at the dash. Nice ambient lighting. To change it, you go to the home and then comfort. If you have the massage seats, it will also have the display right here. Here it has the ambient lighting, but you can also change it into multicolor, so in a pink fashion or monochrome. So now that we are close to our destination, it is time to have a look at the consumption figures. As you could see, I was driving partly in the city and on the winding roads. So on average, it has a consumption of 5.3 liters per 100 kilometers, which is very impressive. You can expect with a little sportier driving style around 6.5, maybe 7. But when you really floor it on the Autobahn, maybe 9. Thanks for watching MercBenzKing. I hope you liked this video with the all new generation C-Class. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.